Ok, class, bienvenidos a otra clase del curso de Software Engineering. En la clase de hoy vamos a ver características de un Software Engineer. Esta clase funciona mucho para las entrevistas y para tu currículum, para que veas los adjetivos y las características poderosas, positivas, que debe de tener un software engineer. Vamos, como siempre, a empezar con un calentamiento, después una lectura y vamos a hacer unos ejercicios de vocabulario con estas nuevas palabras que son características que debe de tener un buen software engineer, y lo vamos a hacer todo en inglés. Ready? Welcome to another class of the English for Software Engineering. In today's class, we're going to check out different vocabulary, traits of a software engineer. This class is very useful for your interview, your curriculum, your resume. Different traits of a software engineer. We're going to start with a warm-up exercise. Next, we're going to do the reading, a reading analysis exercise. And after that, we have a couple of vocabulary practices where we discover the traits of a software engineer. So if you're ready, let's get started with get ready. Before you read the passage, talk about these questions. Number 1. What are the qualities? What qualities are important when working closely with other people? A software engineer has to work closely with other people. What qualities are important when working with other people, like in a team at work? So teamwork is important, right? Qualities. What traits? What qualities? Teamwork. That's important. People skills. Communication skills, people skills, teamwork are important when working closely with other people. These are the qualities. Can you name other qualities in English that are important when working closely with other people? You can try this question by yourself on a sheet of paper in your notebook. And then you can come and check out the video and see my answer. You have the PDF right here on the platform. This is exercise 1, section 1, get ready. Number 2, how do engineers benefit from being both logical and creative? How do software engineers benefit from being both logical and creative? Software engineers benefit from being both logical and creative How do engineers benefit from being both logical and creative? Let's go to the reading. We have some help in today's reading. Mesh Software Engineering and Development. About us. Meet the staff. Fiona Adler, co-founder, founder. Fiona started MeshSoft 6 years ago. Her dedicated attitude and commitment to success built a highly profitable business. As a naturally curious person, she enjoys exploring new ideas. MeshSoft earned several awards last year for Fiona's innovative programs and systems. Nobody thinks outside the box like Fiona. Fiona is everyone's favorite boss. She's a team player who encourages employees to share ideas. Bright, talented engineers love working at MeshSoft. Engineers benefit from being both logical and creative by having talented people want to work with them. Exploring new ideas, being naturally curious, Maxine Spencer, co-owner. Maxine purchased part of the business last year. Fiona's creativity is balanced by Maxine's technical expertise. Maxine has a remarkably logical mind. She enjoys critical thinking, and she's good at it too. If Fiona can imagine something, Maxine can usually make it happen. They make a great team. Maxine has the ability to focus intently for long periods of time. Long periods. Her goal-oriented attitude keeps MeshSoft moving forward. Like Fiona, Maxine has great dedication and passion for her job. Excellent. There's great vocabulary for you to speak about your skills and your traits in any job interview. Reading. Read the web page, then choose the correct answers. This is the web page for MeshSoft Software Engineering and Development. Now, let's listen to the audio track that we have in the material, and let's follow with our eyes. Ready? Follow with your eyes.
2. Unit 1. Traits of a software engineer. Exercise 5, page 5.
MeshSoft Software Engineering and Development. About us, meet the staff. Fiona Adler, co-owner, founder. Fiona started MeshSoft 6 years ago. Her dedicated attitude and commitment to success built a highly profitable business. As a naturally curious person, she enjoys exploring new ideas. MeshSoft earned several awards last year for Fiona's innovative programs and systems. Nobody thinks outside the box like Fiona. Fiona is everyone's favorite boss. She's a team player who encourages employees to share ideas. Bright, talented engineers love working at MeshSoft. Maxine Spencer, co-owner. Maxine purchased part of the business last year. Fiona's creativity is balanced by Maxine's technical expertise. Maxine has a remarkably logical mind. She enjoys critical thinking, and she's good at it too. If Fiona can imagine something, Maxine can usually make it happen. They make a great team. Maxine has the ability to focus intently for long periods. Her goal-oriented attitude keeps Meshsoft moving forward. Like Fiona, Maxine has great dedication and passion for her job.
Exercises 6 and 7, page 33.
Excellent reading. Now that we followed the reading with our eyes, let's go ahead and read the questions for exercise 2, section 2. What is the main idea of the web page? Descriptions of people who work at an engineering firm, the types of projects that an engineering firm handles, clients' experiences with an engineering firm, job opportunities at an engineering firm, descriptions of people who work at an engineering firm. So, if you want to work at an engineering firm, if you're a software engineer, this is the description that you need to use in your curriculum, in your resume, in your CV, at the interview, at the job interview. Very important. These are perfect descriptions in today's class. We'll go over them here in a little bit too, in the vocabulary exercise, so don't worry. Question number 2. Which of the following is not true of the engineering firm? The engineering business. It attracts talented engineers. Yeah, we said that in the warm-up. It won awards, yes. It was started by 2 engineers. It is a profitable company. It was started by 1 engineer because Maxine bought into the business, right? After she invested in the business. Number 3, according to the web page, how are the 2 owners very similar? The 2 people. They're both passionate, they can focus. No, that's only Maxine. Creative, no, that's only the founder. The founder is curious. So letter A, they're both passionate. So see, here's the first descriptions, traits, characteristics, or powerful words that you need to include in your interview if you're a software engineer. Ready? Here we go. There in question 3. You need to be passionate about your job. If you look up a description for any of the job vacancies, they have this. They include being passionate about your job. Number 1, I'm a passionate software engineer. I can focus for long periods. That's very good in a software engineer. I have a highly creative mind. I'm very creative and I'm naturally curious. Wow. This is the kind of software engineer that I need in my company. Naturally curious, highly creative, I can focus, and I'm passionate about my job. That's what you have to say in any job interview, right? Excellent. Let's take a look at today's vocabulary. Let's see. Number 1, dedicated attitude. Dedicated attitude. You must have a dedicated attitude if you want to be a software engineer. A good one. Number 1, in the interview, hey, can you tell us about yourself, Mr. Software Engineer? Yes, I have a very dedicated attitude and commitment to success. I am naturally curious. I enjoy exploring new ideas. I'm very innovative. I think outside the box. Number 1, dedicated. Number 2, commitment. Number 3, curious. Number 4, innovative. Number 5, outside the box. Number 6, team player. This is the vocabulary list for today's class. Go ahead and organize it in your notebook. That's number 6, team player. Number 7, expertise. Technical expertise. Number 8, logical mind. Number 9, critical thinking. Ability to focus. Number 10. And number 11, goal-oriented. Goal-oriented attitude. This is our vocabulary for today. If I went too fast, you can get it right here in the reading, in bold letters, right? Let's do the first vocabulary exercise where we can explore these new words that we're learning. Vocabulary, section 3. Match the words and phrases 1 through 8 with the definitions. These definitions are very technical and clear because they come from the dictionary. You can find them in any dictionary. Go to dictionary.com or open the dictionary in Google and you'll find the same definitions. Number 1, focus. Number 2, ability. Number 3, logical. Number 4, curious. Dedicated. Team player. Number 7, outside the box. And number 8, critical thinking. These are the vocabulary from the list. We have more. We're going to practice with these 8 for exercise 3. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's go ahead and explore the new vocabulary. So you have knowledge when you are going to use these words in the interview, in your resume, or in your CV as a software engineer or software developer. So let's explore the definitions to see exactly what they mean. Letter A. The skill to do something. You can do it. Ability. Number 2, ability. Ability is the skill to do something. Correct? So that's letter A. Go ahead and organize the definitions in your notebook and practice the pronunciation so you can expand your vocabulary, especially for today's vocabulary, which you can use in interviews, job interviews, curriculums, resumes. Letter B, wanting to know more about something. Wanting to know more about something. Wanting to know more about something. When you want to know more about something, you're being curious. Correct? That's very important for creative jobs or creative careers. Letter C, related to unusual or creative ideas. When people say that you are thinking outside the box, it means you are thinking unusual or very creative outside the box. That's letter C. Letter D, the skill of drawing conclusions based on facts. Another skill, very important for software engineers, is drawing conclusions based on facts. Facts. Critical thinking. Critical thinking. Letter E. Enthusiastic about a task or cause. That means you are very dedicated. When you're very dedicated, means you are very enthusiastic about a task or a cause. Based on evidence and reason. Letter F, based on evidence and reason. That's very logical. Very important trait of a software engineer. And a group, benefit a group, letter G, someone who takes actions that benefit the whole group. You're a team player. Team player, very important when you work closely with people. To watch closely, to watch something very closely means to focus. Focus. Excellent. So we have the vocabulary for today's class, at least most of it. We still have another exercise. Now this is color-coded. I know some of your software engineers are gonna love the color-coded vocabulary exercise that I have here. So we have 8 vocabulary words, very important traits to include in your curriculum, in your interview when you are getting those job opportunities. How about we try another vocabulary exercise where we use some of these words that we haven't, and we do it in a complete sentence. Read the sentence which word or phrase best fits each blank. Number 1, goal-oriented or innovative. We have 2 options. We need to choose the correct sentence. Letter A. A or an blank engineer is always thinking about the final product. Letter B. A or an blank engineer is always coming up with new ideas. New ideas, that means innovative, right? All right, sounds very innovative to me. Innovative, probably for this one. And innovative, so we end up using N. We're also practicing our articles. An innovative engineer is always coming up with new ideas. So for letter A, we can use goal-oriented. So we need to choose A. For letter A, a goal-oriented engineer is always thinking about the final product. Excellent. Use these sentences to practice and help you in any job interview or in your curriculum, in your resume, in your CV. Let's go to number 2. In number 2, we have commitment and expertise. Letter A. The intern had no experience, but the firm was impressed with her level of blank. Letter B. The engineer went back to school to gain more advanced blank in his field. Gain more expertise, right? More experience, expertise. And the intern had no experience, but she had a lot of commitment. Her level of commitment was impressive. Commitment. Another trait of an excellent software engineer. So now we have our vocabulary: commitment, expertise, goal-oriented, innovative, curious, critical thinking, outside the box, logical, ability, team player, focus, dedicated. That's today's vocabulary list, class. We have some visuals here. Look at the pictures. Expertise, focus, team player, innovative. Excellent. Now let's do a listening exercise. Listen and read the webpage again. What are some ways to describe someone who thinks of unusual ideas? This is the final question for today's vocabulary class. What are some ways to describe someone, a software engineer, who thinks of unusual ideas? Unusual. Someone who thinks unusual. Someone who thinks unusual is someone who thinks outside the box, right? Number 7, outside the box. Unusual or creative ideas. Thinking outside the box. In the reading, they said thinking. Let's look at today's reading. Here's outside the box. Nobody thinks outside the box like Fiona. That means Fiona thinks unusual or creative ideas outside the box. Ways to describe someone who thinks of unusual ideas. They're also very curious. Right? They think outside the box and they're very
Curious.
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 Curious. Excellent class, guys. I hope that today's vocabulary can help you a lot when you're looking for a job or when you're writing and designing your resume or your curriculum as a software developer or a software engineer. Now, listen to a conversation between an engineering firm owner and a manager. Let's listen to the manager and the owner of the company. Ready? Let's get the audio track. Okay, here we go. Listen to the audio track. This is the owner of the company and the manager. Listen to the different vocabulary they use to describe the software engineer.
Exercises 6 and 7, page 5. How do the job applications look?
There are a couple of good applicants. I like this one, Paula Gardner.
Oh yeah? What does her resume say?
Let's see. She has a degree from Lord Technical Institute. And she worked for several high-profile firms.
So, she has strong technical expertise? Who else is there?
I like Henry Pacheco too, but he's still in college.
That might be okay. What's his experience like?
He helped develop the X99 traffic analysis software.
Really? That was a fascinating project. Those engineers really had to think outside the box.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Should I set up an interview with him?
Definitely. Experience is nice, but I'd rather go with a curious, innovative person.
Okay, I'll call Henry right away.
Listen to a conversation between an engineering firm owner and a manager. Mark the following statements as true or false. Number 1, the first applicant has experience at multiple engineering firms. Number 2, the second applicant recently completed an engineering degree program. And number 3, the man once worked on a project with the second applicant. Let's listen one more time. Ready?
6 and 7, page 5. How do the job applications look?
There are a couple of good applicants. I like this one, Paula Gardner.
Oh yeah? What does her resume say?
Let's see. She has a degree from Lord Technical Institute. And she worked for several high-profile firms.
So, she has strong technical expertise?
Several. Number 1 says multiple. Put this vocabulary in your notebook. Several means multiple, means many, a few. So, number 1 is true. Yes, the first applicant has experience at several engineering firms, multiple engineering firms. That's very important if you worked at different places. Excellent professional vocabulary, very advanced English. Let's keep listening for number 2 and number 3.
Who else is there?
I I like Henry Pacheco too, but he's still in college.
That might be okay.
Still in college. Completed degree? No, still in college. So that's false. Very important for your experience. Are you still in college? Or recently completed an engineering degree program in the university, in college. Number 3, the man worked in the past on a project with the second applicant? Let's listen if they mention that.
What's his experience like?
He helped develop the X99 traffic analysis software.
Really? That was a fascinating project. Those engineers really had to think outside the box.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Should I set up an interview with him?
Definitely. Experience is nice, but I'd rather go with a curious, innovative person.
Okay, I'll call Henry right away.
Career Path Software Engineering, Book 2.
Excellent. So that's false. He did not mention working with him before, right? Excellent exercise. Now, I want you to try exercise 7. This is when you listen and you look at the script. We have the owner and the manager, and try to catch the words that are missing in today's conversation. This is an excellent listening exercise for English beginners. If you want to improve your English, your conversation especially, definitely try exercise 7 and try to catch the words that are missing in the conversation that we listen to. You can find the audio track right here on the platform in the resources tab.